I upgraded to ChatGPT Plus so that you don't have to, and in this video, we're going to discuss whether ChatGPT Plus is worth it or not. We're going to go through a comparison with the free plan and the Plus plan. We're going to break down, jump into all the extra features you do and don't get on Plus, and ultimately decide at the end of this video whether it's going to be worth it for you to pay the $20 a month extra to access this upgraded tier for whatever it is that you do. And if you're new here to this channel and you see any prompts I use in this video, they're probably stored in my mega prompt chest. This thing's got over 100 prompts in here for marketing, online business, work, efficiency. It's got keyword research templates. It's got schema generators. It's got forensic psychology analysis. It's got zero-click SERP survival strategies, everything you might need. And there's a link in the description below where you can get this for free. So let's jump in and look at a top level view here. If you go to ChatGPT/pricing, you'll get the current setup of what you do and don't get between the levels. Obviously, it upgrades and changes all the time, so it's best to go and check some of this stuff for yourself if it's been a while since you're watching this video. Now, in the free plan, you've probably used this already, and you'll see you get access to the basic stuff. You can search for data, you can run chats, but it is quite limited to all the features you get. It's very limited on the amount of sessions you can run. If you're watching this, you've probably hit those limits and wondering whether you need to upgrade, whether it's just for chats, uploading files, data analysis, images, and the amount of custom GPTs you can use. Well, when you upgrade to Plus, you obviously get everything in free. Plus, you get much more extended access to the models, and I'll show you all of that in a minute. Your limits on messaging, file uploads, data analysis, image generation are way increased. You probably won't hit those limits very often anymore unless you're being really intensive over a course of a few hours with it. Now, the first place you'll notice a difference is on the top left here. You'll get a very different selection of models. The free version, you're limited to whatever you're just given by OpenAI, their basic model of ChatGPT 5. But when we're on the Plus plan, we get to actually pick between different reasoning models and whether we want it thinking quicker, thinking longer for better answers, auto deciding, but we can also access legacy models. So if you've been using ChatGPT 5 and you're not finding it as good as ChatGPT 4, you can go back and start using these old models and these old reasoning systems as well, which is pretty handy for a lot of people. Now, one really big thing that I don't see anyone talking about between the Plus plans and the free plans is the memory. Now, the memory function on the free plan is really limited, and often I find it doesn't really remember previous conversations and chats you've had very well when working in different windows. But when you see on the Plus plan, let's say we say something like, "What do you know about my business?" It's actually going to be able to use its memory function really well, either remembering context through chats or actually pulling information that we've had from previous chats. It's way more powerful. I don't know why. It's just something I've noticed and heard other people talking about and complain about. When they downgrade, they suddenly realize all this persistent memory you get through ChatGPT doesn't work. Now you can see just from this chat window, ChatGPT easily remembers who I am, what I do, and loads of offers that I have within my business and other chats we've had. So that's one major thing that I see a big difference outside of just the standard features in ChatGPT. Plus, if you get anything useful from this video, do me a digital handshake, hit the subscribe button below. If you're anything like me, if you're a business owner, a marketer, even a student, you're going to find this stuff way more helpful. So first one, we've got deep research. Deep research, although you have it on the free plan, it is a bit lighter and doesn't do as good a job. So when you're using the Plus plan, you get a much more detailed report. You can see in this content deep research that I was running, it actually ran for 9 minutes and went through 168 different searches to actually find the information I wanted and break down my report, which is pretty cool. There's also a new feature that ChatGPT haven't told many people about. I don't know why other people haven't found this yet, but it's a flashcard creator. So if you're trying to learn anything or study anything, if you just put in quiz me on topic in Quiz GPT as flashcards, you can actually generate flashcards to start having a quiz. So you can see here, it's going to go through and give me A/B questions to answer, see if I can get them right. What are the 3 main pillars of SEO? Content, technical, and backlinks. Tick, move on, and scores you. And when you get to the end of it, it can create more advanced ones as well. You also get something called agent mode, and you get 40 or 50 of these to run each month. But basically, it allows ChatGPT to act as a human would when they're browsing the internet, open up a virtual desktop and start browsing the web and completing tasks for you, whether that's research or actually even putting things into shopping baskets or starting to book train tickets, all sorts of things like that for you. So you can see here, order a mix of kebabs for 10 people on Just Eat. This is an example prompt we can run. it's going to go and set up a desktop, actually start browsing the web and using Just Eat to order some food for dinner. I actually use this to go and find networking events for me. So I actually got it to go off, browse the web, use Google, all that sort of thing, use these event sites to find networking events and break down everything into this table for me: dates and times, venues, costs, why it might help my business specifically. Once you start using it, agent mode is almost like something you can't live without. Now, on the left here as well, what you also get access to is a much wider range of features. You get access to something called Sora, which is ChatGPT's video generation tool. Now, this is pretty cool. You can play around with it. You can see some of the videos and images that people have been creating with this. The only thing is, with Plus, it is a bit limited. You can actually see that your max video duration is 10 seconds and a max resolution of 720p. So you can only sort of create one short video at a time. So it is quite limited. It is more just play around with rather than have the full access that some of the pro plans would be used. But you can see some of the stuff you can create is still pretty epic. You'll also find in the GPTs section of ChatGPT that yes, you can use them all on the free plan, but again, your limits are very tight and you end up running out of any credit that you had very quickly in the day. So obviously all your usage limits apply to your GPTs as well. So you can see all the different custom GPTs and custom setups that you can use for research and analysis, education, but you can also create GPTs. And if you're scared of being like, well, why would I want to create a custom GPT? Seems like a faff. I don't really know how to do that. It's actually really easy because you can just ask it to sort of vibe code it for you. So you can just explain what you want. We'll just use a really simple prompt there, like a financial accounts manager, and ChatGPT will actually create your custom GPT for you. It'll go and ask you some more questions and start coding and building out all the information that you need for it. Plus, you can upload your own files and you can configure them yourself as well. So you can see I've built some of my own custom GPTs here, such as this prompt generator, which helps you write really great prompts. You've also got the ability to create plenty of projects as well, which I guess are similar to custom GPTs, but they're a bit more of a filing system as well as a customization. So when you create a project here, you actually get chats and files that you can add to the system. It looks like they've updated this recently. But when you actually have several chats going on within a project, you can see it nicely files them away for you. So if you have a particular client or a particular project you're working on for study or anything like that, you get all your chats nicely coordinated into one project folder. Plus, you can add particular custom instructions and context and knowledge base. So you can pull information, say this was an example of a customer service agent. We actually put all the customer service information about this company into ChatGPT here, and it's always there for when we're having conversations and trying to work in this particular manner for this company. Now, the final couple of upgrades you get as well are hidden away a little. One is in the settings area. You can actually hit this connectors area and actually start using some connections, the standard ones here, but you can go into advanced settings, add developer mode, and when you go back, you're actually able to create your own connectors. And this gives you the ability to connect ChatGPT to the outside world. If you've got N8N or automations that you're running, you can connect these into these new connectors, or a whole host of things around the web. The other function in here you get is voice mode. Now, voice mode allows you to literally have a conversation back and forward with ChatGPT. So when I speak to it, it's going to be able to respond. You can do all sorts of things in here, from just almost casual chat and information to actually having it teach you a language, role playing, sales calls or job interviews and all that sort of thing. So that's a massive upgrade if you actually want to be able to talk back and forth with ChatGPT. Really, for me, yes, you get all these features, but if you keep finding that you're hitting usage limits for ChatGPT free, then the Plus plan is definitely worth it. If you don't want to upgrade, you don't want to pay the $20 a month to get all these added benefits and usage, then you could start actually getting more limits by using some of the competitors on their free plans as well. So there are some alternatives that have similarly priced pro upgrades, which I tend to use, but there's Claude, which is a very similar model to ChatGPT. It doesn't have image generation, but actually, if you're just wanting something to help you with another free plan back and forth for a few chats a day, you can switch over to Claude on their free plan. The same with Perplexity. This is the pro version again, but actually it's really great for research. You get a few research chats a day. You know, you could do 5 or 6 or 7 actually research requests in here, and it's going to be much more accurate and give you more usage than just having ChatGPT on its own. Plus Google Gemini as well, very similar to all of this. You get a bit of image in there. You actually get deep research. Plus, actually, you'll find a lot of people, they have the upgrade already because you actually have it included in your Google Workspace. So if your company or your business has Google Workspace, you'll get the pro plan of Gemini anyway. So you might not need to upgrade to ChatGPT. You just use Gemini instead. Overall, though, honestly, if you run a business, you're in marketing, even a student, or you just want to get more efficiency out of your life, you won't believe how powerful ChatGPT is for $20 a month. You get all these added features to help you do research quicker, to help you do tasks, organize your projects, build custom GPTs. Honestly, I can't believe that this stuff is only $20 a month. I suggest try it for a month. If you feel like you're still not using it enough, then feel free to downgrade, and you'll probably realize what you're missing when you actually downgrade having upgraded.